I think at this point it's safe to say Activision Blizzard is the most evil video game company ever. And not because their games are shitty, you know, they made Overwatch and that's a crime against humanity, sure. But a couple months ago, it was revealed of the horrifying workplace culture and the absolutely revolting things that happened there, including rapes, sexual assaults, and a suicide, which was directly attributed to the employees sharing nudes of that individual around the office. A whole multitude of disturbing, awful things. But somehow all of that was just...
Huh? Wait. They are... What? Wait. They already pulled the plug? They already... It's already in effect? They already started? I thought it was just an idea. You can see them. Huh? You see them? What the fuck? Why can't I see them? Jesus! What a disaster! Even for the comments! Even for the comments! What the fuck? It's always been like this? No, they had before. No, we've had it before. No, it has not. Weren't before they were like counterbalanced, whatever? Guys, before, chat, weren't they counterbalanced? Back in days though? Fuck. Okay. Still though, what the fuck is this though? I guess I thought it was gonna be like in a year or something.
Just the tip of the diarrhea iceberg, just a little appetizer, a small hors d'oeuvre to hold you over for the main course, which dropped yesterday. Yesterday, a huge piece was published revealing even more shocking information, and it even puts the crosshairs right on the tiny micro penis of Bobby Kotick, Activision CEO. It alleges that Big Bobby Kotick not only knew about all the awful shit going on at Activision, but also played a role in it, and did his best to keep it under wraps and away from the board of directors. Now I know what you're thinking, Charlie, there's no fucking way this is true. Not Saint Bobby Kotick, he wouldn't do something like this. That man is an angel, a gift from God to gamers. And I understand where you're coming from, because when these allegations first came to light a few months ago, Bobby Kotick delivered one of the most powerful speeches America's ever heard, up there with the greats like JFK's "We Choose to Go to the Moon" speech.
There's an article today that paints an inaccurate and misleading view of our company, of me personally, and my leadership. Anyone who doubts my conviction to be the most welcoming and inclusive workplace doesn't really appreciate how important this is to me.
God damn, he's charming. Such a beautiful way with words. The way he's able to just expertly dismiss everything as being wrong and misleading or out of context. Oh, expertly done. Truly immaculate stuff. Not the best apology.
Guys, this almost felt like one of the movies or whatever, and like a super villains, like it's a bit like how it felt though, dude. Right? Like, oh, dude, your concerns, dude, how dare even have this concern, dude?
Apology video ever. I mean, I think it would have been better if he just went on camera and showed his asshole, just goatsied himself. It would have been just about as effective as this speech he gave here. It's pathetic. And how anyone ever believed for even a second that Bobby Kotick didn't know what was going on at the company is beyond me. You have to be delusional to think that his hands were ever clean in this situation, but now there's mountains and mountains of evidence that link him to these allegations. Just to give you a small taste of one that I just learned about, in 2006 he threatened to have his assistant killed. Like, goddamn, Bobby Kotick has truly become like a raid boss in a Blizzard game.
What
he is going full fucking supervillain mode here.
What the fuck?
And before I really dive into all the evil shit that was recently revealed here, there is one group of people that I'd like to extend a sincere I'm sorry to, just a real heartfelt apology to. And that's to all the Blizzard fans out there, the fanboys that are huffing dangerous amounts of copium. My heart breaks for you. It's been a rough year to be a Blizzard fan. Ever since I made my video talking about the Activision Blizzard situation, I've been attacked on my Twitch streams about it from people that are doing their best to minimize the situation and justify certain things. It's tough to be not only a fan of Blizzard, but then also act as their PR and fight their battles online just because you like World of Warcraft. It's just people that are fans of their property that are just fighting tooth and nail to try and explain why.
Guys, I'm not trying to diminish how much we liked Blizzard, but I think this almost goes for everybody though. That everybody was in love and was probably still in love with Blizzard's products, right? Blizzard as a company, I don't think people ever cared that much. The games and the memories, people always love the products in it though. But as a company, I don't think people care that much though.
To be sexually harassed at the company in order for World of Warcraft to be good. It's just, I know it's rough. You put a lot of countless hours into defending them for no fucking reason. And I just want to say it's going to be really hard this time around with this new one. Now, I finished reading the article, but it's locked behind a paywall, and I'm not brave enough to like take screenshots of it for a YouTube video. So instead, I'm just going to show you screenshots from someone else's YouTube video who also makes a really good breakdown of it all. So I'm going to show you that for the important bits that I'd like to talk about. So right away within the first paragraph, you already can see how heavy this gets. A lawyer for a former employee at Sledgehammer Games, which is an Activision-owned studio, alleged in an email that her client had been raped in 2016 and 2017 by her male supervisor after she had been pressured to consume too much alcohol in the office and at work events. Now, previously on Dragon Ball Z, with the first document that came out with all of the allegations, it painted Activision Blizzard's workplace environment like a fucking dirty frat house. They were apparently always partying and drinking at the office. It made it sound like they were doing keg stands and boofing Bud Light in the back.
Yeah, and curb crawls apparently. No, chat was that this company who was accused of doing curb crawls and shit, which is they go in the office and they drink and they go over the fucking cubicles and shit.
Tub, fucking butt chugging competitions. They even had something called like the Epstein room. Like it was fucked up. So apparently alcohol was just so big at the Activision workplace. Now, to continue and summarize, the female employee reported these incidents to Sledgehammer's HR department, but nothing happened, and then eventually threatened a lawsuit against the company. Within months of receiving that email, Activision reached an out-of-court settlement with the woman, who had also reported one of the incidents to the police. Mr. Kotick didn't inform the company's board of directors about the alleged rapes or the settlement, at least according to people with knowledge of the board. An absolutely gross situation here, made even more despicable by the fact that no matter what she did, she couldn't get help from the company. This is also extremely important because this shows that it wasn't just isolated to the Blizzard insane asylum. It wasn't just fucking Blizzard over there where all the bad shit was happening, like a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Activision's fine. It was just those Blizzard hooligans going wild. No, Activision's great. It just Blizzard was being naughty. This is clearly much more than just Blizzard. This is full-on Activision has a problem. This is Sledgehammer Games, which is an Activision...
Yeah, how about that three-letter name now, huh? How about that? Guys, how about I pull a Cole Cassidy on my xQc OW?
Own company. It is not associated with Blizzard. These are two separate departments, so clearly this stretches beyond just Blizzard. And this woman couldn't get any help, and the only thing that she did get was an out-of-court settlement, and Bobby Kotick doing his best to pretend it never happened and keep it away from his board of directors. Truly disgusting. It goes on to say that there are documents, memos, emails, regulatory requests, and interviews which show that he knew about the allegations of employee misconduct in many parts of the company and didn't inform the board of directors about everything he knew. He just kept all of it under wraps the best he could in order to try and prevent it from becoming a more public-facing issue. It then says Mr. Kotick has been subpoenaed in the Securities and Exchange Commission investigation. They're looking into what...
Well, I wonder if they thought that it could be so swept under the rug for such a long time that it'd be like forgotten or some shit. I don't know.
He knew about...
Guys, I'm not... This is
the alleged incidents and what he told other employees, the board of directors, and investors. Bobby's big brain strategy to handle all of this was basically just closing his eyes and pretending it wasn't happening. There you go. Even though he was fully aware of everything going on. Even when an employee took her own life due to coworkers sharing her nudes.
Guys, I can get xQc only without the OW. Okay, I don't need to have XCRP, no, XC, FFZ, no, I don't, TTV, no.
Nothing changed at the company. It continued to be this disgusting, toxic fucking cesspool of dog shit. Since the California lawsuit, Activision has received more than 500 reports from current and former employees alleging harassment, sexual assault, bullying, and pay disparities and other issues. This is also not surprising at all, and I imagine that number is only going to continue to grow. Towards the bottom of the page, there's another thing I'd like to mention here. In August, Activision named a longtime employee, Jennifer O'Neill, to be Blizzard's
Wait, is one of the highest paid chief executive of the U.S. publicly traded company with a pay package of at 154 mil?
head, and then she shortly after resigned, stating it was clear that the company would never prioritize our people the right way. She also mentioned that she was also sexually harassed earlier in her career at Activision, and even recalled a party in 2007 with none other than the boogeyman Bobby Kotick there, where there were scantily clad women dancing on stripper poles and a DJ that was encouraging women to drink more so men could have a better time. It really does seem like any woman
The fuck? They said what?
there, where there were scantily clad women dancing on stripper poles and a DJ that was encouraging women to drink more so men could have a better time. It really does seem like any woman who walked through the Activision Blizzard doors wasn't leaving until she was sexually harassed or assaulted. It's like they weren't walking into work. They were walking into like an incel fan club. It's fucking crazy. All of these stories all have so much in common with each other, so it seems super normalized at Activision Blizzard. And again, they have done nothing over the years to fix it, except Bobby Kotick doing his best to sweep it under the rug. Now, there is a massive employee walkout happening right now at Activision Blizzard that is demanding that Bobby Kotick resign. Now, you'd think the board of directors would also be pissed at Bobby Kotick, considering he withheld crucial information from them, swept extremely important...
I mean, this is, to be honest though, dude. There's probably not a single thought about the victims or the problems or the people affected by Crossfire. This is at this point, it's like they all think about the dollar signs and shit, right? Yeah, there you go.
company problems
It's all like, holy shit, how can we get out of this, with
the rug, and didn't share any of this information with the board of directors. You'd think they'd be fucking fuming, literally pissing in their britches, ready to fucking blast him in the ass. But you'd be wrong, because the board of directors stands behind him 100%. They are literal cucks. Bobby Kotick is cucking his board, and they're totally fine with it. Here's their statement. The Activision Blizzard board remains committed to the goal of making Activision Blizzard the most welcoming and inclusive company in the industry. It is without a doubt the most welcoming company to sexual predators in the industry, so I guess they did succeed in this mission here. Under Bobby Kotick's leadership, the company is already implementing industry-leading changes, including a zero-tolerance harassment policy, a dedication to achieving significant increase to the percentage of women and...
Wait, chat, I thought a zero-tolerance harassment policy was intended. I thought that was like a
non-binary people in our
like a standard
workforce, and significant internal and external investments to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent. I love how they really parade around this new zero tolerance policy they've implemented as if it's some kind of innovative new idea and revolutionary, never been done before. Oh, you're finally going to stop letting employees sexually harass and sexually assault other employees? Wow. 20 years later, oh my god.
Blizzard, the first company to ever have a
You guys are fucking heroes. Whoa, you're really breaking new ground. It's never been done before. You're not going to allow them to sexually assault each other? Oh my god, how are you sure? They then go on to state that they're hiring more women and more non-binary people in their workforce in order to improve the amount of diverse talent that they have. But what does that have to do with anything here? Like, why does this seem like a good thing to them? Like, after all of these women have come forward about how awful they were treated at the company, this honestly just sounds like more of a threat. Like, hey, Activision Blizzard is hiring more women. Come on, ladies, so we can grope you. We need some fresh meat to sexually harass over here at Activision Blizzard. Hiring more women. Don't forget, ladies, come on in. Like, this makes no sense. Like, there's no one that's going to read this after all of these things came out about all of these women who have been sexually assaulted at that company and, like, start pumping their fists like, oh, good, this company's hiring. I can't wait to apply. And I love this last sentence here, a nice little cherry on top of the poopy cake. The board remains confident that Bobby Kotick appropriately addressed workplace issues brought to his attention when it was revealed over a lot of multiple sources that he withheld all of the information from this very board that is now sucking his small cock. Oh my god, that just feels amazing to read. They're actual cucks. The goals we have set for ourselves are both
Tough.
critical and ambitious. The board remains confident in Bobby Kodak's leadership, commitment, and ability to achieve these goals. Oh yes, Bobby Senpai, lead us to more money, please. As you can see, the board of directors here at Activision Blizzard's pretty fucking stupid. Like, they're pretty
Let's see what
dumb.
happens, though.
And let's just go ahead and take
Guys, the reality is, chat, is that when things go this way, go down this route, usually nothing happens and things get swept under the rug. People forget, people move on, things regenerate, and then life continues, right? So let's see what happens in this one.
a peek at their stock market prices. Let's see how they're doing today. You know, it's been about 24 hours. I mean, I wonder if they even took a real hit from this. Ooh, that's stinky. Wow, look at that. On November 16th, you can really see that drop. Man, look at that. That's that Bobby Kotick leadership coming into play right there. Oh, goodness me. Surely it won't keep dropping, right? Like, oh my, that wouldn't make any sense. I mean, they're 100 and something employees are already walking out. I mean, that's all spelling like nothing but success for Activision Blizzard. And the way they're handling this situation is remarkable. They're doing everything right. Yeah, it feels good to look at that chart there. Hopefully it'll be even lower tomorrow and continues to plummet until Bobby Kotick resigns. He is a genuine problem and a horrible, horrible leader. That company has experienced so much terrible shit that was brushed under the rug for way, way, way too long. And I'm super happy to see all of it being brought to the public attention now. Like I said, it's the easiest boycott in the world not to buy Blizzard games because they don't make anything good at all. And that extends to Activision as well. I already regretted buying Call of Duty Vanguard, and I regret it 20 times more now than I did having played through that insufferable shit experience. It's awful. And I don't know how people can continue to defend this company. I understand if you like their games, you don't want to recognize how awful the people behind the games are, but Jesus Christ, at least stop trying to defend it and make excuses for them. They're not paying you to be their damage control or their PR, so stop doing it. It's just, this is awful, indefensible stuff. And I really do hope for a good conclusion for everyone that was involved in this situation and all of the victims at Activision Blizzard. I wish them the...
Well, I don't hope for mass destruction. I don't think you should ever hope for that. Okay, I just genuinely hope that all the stones become turned, all people, everybody does the right things, and things get fixed, and the workplace environment becomes good. Okay, guys, listen. Even though this is the board of directors, I just hope that things turn around and they fix things and everything gets fixed instead. Okay. I'm not defending anybody. Guys, there's still hard-working people, employees. There's still hundreds, thousands of people. For the better good, motherfucker.